This is probably going to be the hardest video I have ever made. I am at the very exact location where I am going to get married, and it's really, really loud, but I don't have any other time to make this video other than today. Sorry, I just saw a bumblebee going up. Today is a really, really hard day for me because it has been 1 year since you left us, since I last heard your voice, and the last time that you told me that you were going to text me back or call me back later, but you never did. I honestly went to bed thinking that maybe you were just too busy having fun with our family and getting ready for some barbecue. The last thing that I imagined would be that I would never get to hear you again. I never thought that that would be the last day that I will never get to hear your voice, or the last time that I will ever get to hear you smile. I mean, hear your laugh. And I had such great plans for you. We were going to Los Angeles a month after, and we were gonna go to Disneyland after my dad's wedding, the day after my dad's wedding. And I have no idea how I was going to do it, but I knew I wanted to ask you to be my maid of honor. I was so torn between you and Rebecca to be my maid of honor, mostly because we were just going to have one party with us each. My fiance Stu was going to have his best man with him and just him, and I was going to have a maid of honor, only her. But I had no idea who I wanted to be up there with me the most, and I was honestly just thinking about convincing Stu into letting us have another person so I can have you and Rebecca up there with me. But I was mostly thinking about having you as my maid of honor. Hold up. Okay, I had to change locations because there was one too many bumblebees there. I just mostly really wanted you, Jennifer, to be my maid of honor. I don't know, from the very beginning I always felt and knew that it would be you who I wanted to be literally by my side and help me with all the planning and help me with anything that I needed. You know my style more than anyone. You know what I like, you know what I don't like. And on top of that, with Lisa having her wedding and you being there, I just felt like it was absolutely perfect, because at least you can tell me what she's doing and kind of advise me to go a different direction or to do something else. And it wasn't until you left that I realized that there were a lot of things that I regret doing. I regret making you feel awful. And I know you forgive me now, and I know that we forgave each other and we had to apologize for it, but in my heart, I still feel really bad. I honestly regret not taking you to prom with me. You didn't finish high school, and you didn't have the opportunity to go to prom, to graduate, to have, senior ditch day or senior sunrise and senior sunset or any of that. You didn't get the chance to do any of the senior things that I was able to. And I should have taken you to prom with me. I had the money, and you were right there with me when I went to buy the tickets. And I feel so bad because I was actually about to buy the couple tickets and take someone else with me who I didn't even know. And I didn't even think about taking you. And then the day before prom, Michelle, one of our friends, told me that she was going to have another guy go with me. I ended up going with a complete stranger from a different school who I didn't even know. And I could have taken you, someone who I did know, and someone who I felt very comfortable with, and someone who spent all of my senior year with, and I didn't even do that. I just feel completely selfish. I guess in the back of my mind, I always thought that you were going to go by yourself, or that you were going to go sometime in your senior year. But I never once thought that you were going to go back to Guatemala with my mom or with my abuelito. I honestly didn't think any of that would happen. And if I did, I would have taken you with me. I regret not telling you who died in the Divergent series. Up to this day, I still remember you asking me who died and how did they die when I was crying when I read the book. We were sitting at my tia's couch, and I had just finished one of the chapters, and I just started crying before I could even read the last chapter. And you looked at me and you said, "Who died?" And I couldn't even tell you because I wanted to be a surprise. I didn't want to ruin it for you, especially since I had gotten you into the series. I wanted you to wait until you saw the movie, and you kept trying to get it out of me, but you never could. When the last movie came out, everybody thought that there was going to be a part 2 to it. There never was. Instead, it was a TV series they decided to turn it into. I didn't think or occur to me that I should just tell you who it was and how they died. You were so close to get it out of me. I didn't. Mostly because I didn't want to ruin the surprise. And I do regret that because we both know we're not going to watch the TV series. Especially with us having a cable, there's no way. I regret leaving you. I remember when it was time for me to move to Springfield, and you were crying because you didn't want me to go. I remember the pain in your voice when you cried, begging me, not asking, you were begging me to stay. And after I left, and about a couple minutes later, when I went to look on Snapchat, you were watching Frozen. And you were crying, and you were saying how much you miss me already. And I regret that. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy that I'm in Springfield. I'm happy because God has given me so many great opportunities here to learn how to grow, to learn how to rely on Him, and to be an independent person, to find the man of my dreams. But I absolutely regret leaving you. I really, really do. But amongst all those regrets, there are a lot of things that I don't regret. And that is all those 3-hour conversations, like phone calls, that we've had in the past couple of years since I moved here. I honestly do not regret calling you on my days off and being on the phone for 3 hours. I honestly do not regret that. I didn't care how angry inmates do, because if he wanted to spend some time with me, I don't blame him. But oh my gosh, we could talk about anything and nothing, and that would go on for 3 hours. Holy cow. I could not believe that we could talk for 3 hours, and I honestly didn't think it was possible. When I was younger, I always never understood why older people talk on a phone for so long. Now I understand. I don't regret you having the better quinceañera, because let's admit, you did have the better quinceañera. Your quinceañera was a lot better than mine, for sure. It was bigger, it was better, it was at a better location. Your theme was a lot better than mine. You had not just one, but 2 bailes sorpresas. Bailes sorpresas is not very common for Christians, but we were able to break that rule, and I'm glad that we did, because a lot of people didn't think it was possible. But it was mostly with me that we decided that it was, and then everybody else started following that trend, and I am so happy that I did that, and I'm so happy that you were able to do that with 2 dances. That was just awesome. And not to mention the fact that you had an awesome band performing. That was legit. And the fact that you had it at Circus, holy cow. I had mine at the Shriners place, and that mannequin statue really scared the heebie-jeebies out of all of us, because it was just creepy looking. But yours was definitely better than mine. And I am so glad that you did, because you deserve it. You really, honestly, truly did deserve it. I don't regret all the photos that we had taken. A lot of people think that it's so weird that I take a lot of photos. Some people think that it's incredibly annoying that all I want to do is take photos. And honestly, I never understood why it was so important to take photos, or why we liked doing that so much. But now it makes sense as to why we did, because now I can look back at all those photos and remember those moments and cherish those moments even more. I honestly remember when we went to a party and we didn't know anyone. It was one of my mom's co-workers' party. That was the very first time when we met Fabiola and her kids. We didn't know anyone. We didn't know what to do. We didn't want to talk to anyone because we were that shy and timid that we just felt uncomfortable. And all we did for the whole 3 hours that we were there together was just take photos. I have no idea why, but we just decided to take a lot of pictures at the party, just modeling. And it was possibly the best time I've ever had at a party. Oh my gosh. I honestly don't regret having any of those moments where we fight, don't talk to each other, and then a few months later, we're able to get right back in it, ask for forgiveness, and then we talk to each other as if nothing had happened. And I am so glad that we made up a couple months before you got into that car accident, because I don't know what I would do with myself if I never asked for your forgiveness. I don't know what I would have done if we were still fighting up until the moment that you got in that car accident. So the fact that we were able to forgive each other literally just like about 2 or 3 months before you got into the accident, I don't regret that at all. I am so happy we did that. I don't regret having you as a sister. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I did wish that I had a brother. But having a sister is so much better. It is so much better when you have a sister when you are a girl, because we literally get to share everything. The only thing that you didn't share with me though was your makeup tips, and I hate that. I hate that you didn't share your makeup tips with me, or with anyone for that matter. You only did them on Snapchat, and then in 24 hours they disappeared, which really sucked. But you were definitely the beauty guru. You were definitely the one who was way better at putting on makeup than I ever was. You taught me how to wear eyeliner, and at the time you were only 11 years old. You were only 11 and I was 13, and you taught me how to put on eyeliner. I honestly hate the fact that you didn't show me how to put on makeup, because I really wanted you to do my makeup at my wedding, because you're the only one who knows what I like and what I don't like and what looks good on me. I did find someone else, but I know for a fact that it's not going to be the same as getting my makeup done by my sister. In some ways, I almost wish that I knew how to put on makeup and how to do contour and how to blend like you do, because I have no idea how to do any of that stuff. I honestly really don't know how. I remember a couple months before you had your accident that you had told me that you're so worried that no one is going to like you because you wear a lot of makeup. And I told you not to worry, because some guys like girls with makeup. Some guys really like it when they know how to blend, when they know how to wear the makeup really good. When I was saying all of that, it was because I honestly wish I knew how to put on makeup. I only know how to do the bare minimum, and that's about it. And you're so lucky that you're so talented with makeup. I just wish that I had more time with you. I wish I could have talked to you more on the phone the day of your accident. It's too late now to go back in time and change what we want to change. All we can do is move forward and just pray that we will see each other once again. I'm glad that I was able to talk to you that day. I have no idea what made me think that I should talk to you or call you or anything like that. I'm just so happy that out of all of those days, that it just so happened to be on the day that you were about to leave this earth, so that I can hear your voice one more time, so I can hear you laugh one more time, and so I can hear you say I love you, and have me tell you that I love you one more time. Jennifer, I love you so much. And even though I will never be able to see you again until the day I part, until God decides that it's time for me to go, I'm just happy that I still get to see you in my dreams. I thank God every day that I have those dreams for letting you escape for a little bit, for letting you come and visit me and spend some time with me, so that I get to hug you and kiss you and tell me how much I love you and talk to you. I love you, Jennifer. I hope that you would still stand by me at the wedding. I hope that God will let you go for a couple of hours, that we will be able to feel like you're actually there with us, and say hello to my abuelitos. Give them all a one big giant hug and a kiss for me. I got this tattoo for a reason, and just what Tris said in the Divergent series about this birds, you're still very close to my heart. I will never regret this tattoo, because that is the very reason why I got it. That even though you're far apart, you're so close to my heart, and it will always be that way. I love you so much, Jennifer.